Aging brings enough challenges, aches, fatigue, and keeping up our strength without our favourite foods turning against us. Eggs, a go-to for nutrition, can lift us up, but simple slip-ups in how we cook or store them can quietly harm seniors like us. Today, we're exposing 5 egg mistakes that could be draining your health and sharing practical fixes to keep them your ally. Let's kick things off with a mistake we've all made: overcooking our eggs. Picture this: your skillet's popping, the edges of your fried egg get dark and crispy, or you boil them so long the yolk turns greyish-green. Maybe you've always thought, that's just how I like them. But here's the catch. Cooking them too hard could be sneaking some trouble into your body, especially for us seniors. Eggs are a treasure, full of protein to keep our muscles going, stuff for our brains to stay clear, and vitamins to fight that tired feeling. But turn up the heat too much, and you're not just changing how they taste, you're making them less helpful. What's the problem? When eggs get too hot for too long, the good stuff inside, like the fats we need, starts to break down. This can stir up trouble in your body, like extra puffiness or soreness that makes your heart and joints work harder. Doctors say this kind of thing can add up over time, making us feel stiffer or even raising the chances of heart problems. It's not like one overcooked egg will knock you out, but if it's every day, it's something to watch. Ever peel a boiled egg and smell that funky sulfur stink? That's a clue you've gone overboard. Same with scrambled eggs turned dry or fried ones with edges like burnt toast. It's a sign the good stuff's slipping away. Take Helen, a 71-year-old I met at bingo night. She fried her eggs hot and crispy every morning, loved that crunch, but she started feeling draggy with heartburn tagging along too often. Her daughter nudged her to try something gentler. Helen rolled her eyes. Eggs are fine, but gave poaching a shot, keeping the heat low and the yolk soft. A month later, no more bloating, heartburn gone, and she felt perkier than she had in ages. It was a small switch, but it worked wonders. Here's why it hits us harder now. As we get older, our bodies don't shrug things off like before. We need all the help eggs can give: protein, energy, the works, without extra hassles. So try this. Boil eggs for just 6 to 7 minutes for a soft yolk, no grey. Scramble on low heat with a bit of butter, stirring slow till they're creamy. Frying. Keep it gentle. Pull them off before they brown too much. You'll keep the good stuff in and taste the difference. Richer, tender, better. Think about your mornings. Could this be your tweak? Hang on, we've got 4 more fixes coming up to keep you feeling great. Now, if overcooking eggs strips away their goodness, you might think going the opposite way, keeping them raw or runny, is the answer. Not so fast. Sure, eggs are a goldmine, protein for our weary muscles, vitamins to lift that brain fog, but skipping the cooking step can invite a whole new mess, especially for us seniors. There's a little villain called salmonella that loves to hide in uncooked eggs, and it's not something we want crashing our golden years. Imagine this. You're sipping a smoothie, proud of tossing in a raw egg for extra pep. Or maybe you're dunking toast into a soft golden yolk, thinking it's pure health in every bite. Sounds tempting, right? But here's the twist. Salmonella could be lurking, ready to turn your day upside down. This bug can cling to the shell or sneak inside, and it's tougher on us now than it was back in our prime. For kids or grandkids, it might mean a grumpy stomach for a day. For us, it's a bigger fight: fever spiking, cramps that won't quit, throwing up till you're wiped out. It can drain you dry or land you in the doctor's office, all because of one little egg that didn't get enough heat. Picture your kitchen counter. A carton of eggs, fresh from the store, looking spotless. You'd never guess trouble's brewing, but it can be. Maybe they sat too warm on a truck, or a hen passed along this nasty bug. Crack one raw into your glass, or leave that yolk wobbly, and you're rolling the dice. Ever tried homemade mayo or nibbled cookie dough? Same risk, tasty but tricky. Doctors say it's rare, but when it hits, it's no picnic, especially when our bodies don't bounce back like they used to. Here's a quick test from the old days. Drop an egg in water. Sinks, fresh, floats, trouble. But even fresh ones aren't a free pass. Only cooking kills the bad stuff. See, raw eggs have something in the white that grabs a vitamin we need for energy, good skin, all that, and locks it away. Heat unlocks it so we get the full boost. Some folks argue, organic eggs are fine. Nope. Farm fresh or not, salmonella doesn't care where they're from. So how do we dodge this? Cook them through, scramble till they're fluffy, no wet patches. Boil for 10-12 minutes till the yolk's firm, not gooey. Poach till it sets up solid. Can't resist a runny centre? Grab pasteurised eggs. They're preheated to zap the bugs but keep it soft. It's simple. We've got enough to juggle. Stiff joints, pill schedules, without breakfast fighting back. Wondering if you've been tempting fate with your eggs? Stick around. 3 more slip-ups to fix, all to keep us strong and steady. Mistake number 3. Storing eggs the wrong way. Now that we've got the cooking dialed in, neither scorched nor risky, let's shift to a quieter danger, where those eggs sit before they hit the pan. You might assume it's a toss into the fridge, probably in that neat little door rack designed just for them. It's a habit as old as refrigerators themselves, a small ritual of convenience. But here's the twist. Those eggs aren't as carefree as they look in their cosy slots. Storage isn't just about keeping them handy, it's about keeping them safe and potent. And for us seniors, getting this wrong can turn a trusty staple into a subtle saboteur. Picture your kitchen on a bustling morning. The counter's a flurry of activity, a carton of eggs resting casually near the toaster while you sip coffee and flip through the paper. An hour drifts by, maybe 2, before they're tucked away. Harmless, right? Not quite. Eggs demand the cold embrace of the fridge steady at 35-40 degrees F to hold back the creeping threat of bacteria like salmonella. Left basking in room temperature limbo, those shells, porous as they are, become playgrounds for trouble. Warmth nudges bacteria awake, and what starts as an innocent carton can end in a gut-wrenching ordeal. Fever, cramps, a relentless storm that hits us harder now than it did decades ago. Our defences aren't what they used to be, and a simple oversight can steal days of strength we can't spare. Even inside the fridge, the door's a trap. It's the warmest corner, flirting with every gust of air as you rummage for jam or milk. Eggs don't thrive on that roller coaster. Each swing in temperature chips away at their freshness, weakening the shell's natural armour and letting air sneak through those tiny pores. Ever cracked an egg expecting that clean, bright scent, only to catch a whiff of something sour? That's the door's doing, aging them faster than they deserve. For us, it's more than a spoiled bite. Our stomachs wrestle harder with anything off, and the nutrients we count on, protein for weary muscles, choline for foggy minds, fade with every day they're mishandled. And here's a curveball. Don't rinse them until you're ready to cook. Imagine the shell as a knight's shield, coated in a thin, waxy layer, the cuticle that fends off invaders. Scrub it off early, and you've flung open the gates, inviting trouble before the battle even begins. A smudge might offend the eye, but it's safer left alone until the pan's hot. So, how do we lock this down? Slide that carton to the back of a middle shelf where the cold is steady and deep. Think of it as a vault for your vitality. Skip the door, no matter how it beckons. Left them out too long, say, over 2 hours? Let them go. They're not worth the risk. It's a small dance of discipline, a quiet pact to keep your mornings safe and strong. Where's your carton right now? Could it be teetering on the edge? Mistake number 4, ignoring shell signals. Eggs don't shout their warnings, they whisper them through their shells, subtle as a breeze rustling leaves. Mistake 4 is letting those hints slip by unnoticed. A hairline crack, a faint stain, a texture that feels off. It's easy to shrug it off, to crack and cook without a second glance. But for us seniors, those overlooked signs can turn a humble egg into a stealthy foe, sneaking past defences we're straining to hold steady. Imagine a carton fresh from the store, nestled in your fridge like a promise of good meals ahead. You pluck one out, its smooth curve cool in your palm, and toss it into the pan. Routine, right? But what if a fracture hides in that shell, invisible in the dim morning light? Those shells aren't stone. They're studded with thousands of microscopic pores, a delicate lattice that breathes, a crack pries that lattice wide, a doorway for bacteria like salmonella to slip through. Or picture a shell with a chalky blotch or a rough patch, clues it's old, jostled, or carrying whispers of the henhouse. For younger bodies, a brush with trouble might mean a sour stomach and a nap. For us, it's a siege, fever, exhaustion, a hit that lingers when resilience isn't our strong suit anymore. Think of the egg as a fragile messenger, its surface a map of its journey. A pristine shell promises safety, a flawed one hints at risks we can't see. Maybe it took a tumble in transit, sat warm too long before chilling, or bears the faint imprint of its origins. Ignore those marks, and you're gambling with more than breakfast. You're betting against a system that doesn't forgive as easily as it once did. Ever paused over a hard-boiled egg, peeling back the shell to find a yolk-tinged grey, wondering what else you missed? The shell's story starts before the water boils. Here's the stakes. Our bodies lean on every edge we can get. Less firepower to fight off invaders, slower to shrug off a bad bite. A suspect egg isn't just a dud, it's a drain on reserves we're guarding closely. So take the reins. Before the pan heats, play detective. Hold each egg to a light. Cracks glow like fault lines. Run your fingers over it. Smooth is your green light. Gritty or soft, a red flag. Spotted or stained, it's out. Cracked? No mercy. Toss it, even if it's tempting to salvage. Stick to cartons from busy shelves, dated within 30 days of packing, and trust your senses. It's a fleeting ritual, a shield raised in seconds to keep eggs your ally. Are you listening to your shells or letting them slip by? Mistake number 5, pairing eggs with heavy hitters. We've mastered the cook and the keep, now let's eye the plate. Mistake 5 is saddling eggs with companions that drag them down, turning a lightweight champion into a lumbering burden. Eggs strut in with protein to prop up fading strength, fats to soothe joints, nutrients to pierce the haze. But for us seniors, the wrong posse can smother that shine, leaving us slogging through the day. Envision a classic spread, eggs sizzling beside bacon, its fat spitting in the pan, toast gleaming with butter, a heap of hash browns crisp and golden. It's a feast that warms the soul, a nod to mornings past. But beneath the comfort lies a catch. Those rich, salty sidekicks pile on more than flavour. Bacon and sausage sling, sodium like confetti, spiking blood pressure and tugging at your heart. Fried spuds and butter layer in heavy fats that settle like fog, clogging pipes and padding hips. It's not just a meal, it's a slow tide of bloat, a weight that stiffens creaky knees and dulls the spark we're chasing. For us, digestion's a slog already, pile on grease and salt, and it's a marathon we didn't sign up for. Think of your body as a vintage engine, still humming but choosier about its fuel. Eggs roll in clean and lean, a shot of pure octane. Pair them with sludge and the gears grind. Sodium bloats fingers and ankles, fats nudge cholesterol when we're watching it close, and the whole mess lingers, sapping the lift we need to tackle the day. Ever finished breakfast feeling more anchored than energized, wondering why the glow faded so fast? The plate's the culprit, tipping the scales when balance is our lifeline. Contrast that with a lighter crew, eggs nestled beside a fan of avocado, its creamy heft kind to arteries, or a tumble of tomatoes, bright and brisk. Swap the bacon for a whisper of herbs, rosemary, thyme, lifting the taste without the load. Hash browns yield to a handful of spinach, fibre threading through to keep things moving. It's not about stripping joy, it's about crafting a meal that lands soft, fueling without fighting back. Our engines run smoother on this blend, dodging the puff and drag that heavy hitters haul in. Here's the move. Next time, let eggs lead with grace. Sprinkle pepper or dill, skip the salt shaker. Trade grease for a drizzle of olive oil. Enough for silk, not sludge. Add a splash of colour, berries, greens, and watch the plate lighten. It's flavour that lifts, not anchors, keeping your stride steady when the years demand it. Peek at your go-to combo. What's weighing in beside your eggs? A tweak here could rewrite your mornings. There you have it. 5 egg slip-ups us seniors can sidestep to keep this powerhouse food in our corner. Overcooking robs the good stuff. Undercooking invites trouble. Bad storage ages them fast. Ignoring shell flaws risks a sneak attack. And wrong pairings bog us down. Small fixes, gentle heat, firm yolks, back shelf chilling, shell checks, smart sides, turn eggs back into the lift we need. Aches and fatigue are enough to wrestle. Let's not let breakfast join the fight. What's your egg habit? Pick one tweak today and watch it pay off. Here's to mornings that fuel us, not fool us. Cheers to that.